Hey everybody, we are live. Let me make sure that this is actually up in the group so that I can see any comments or anything like that, because I feel like I'm not seeing comments anymore on my on my phone. So I want to make sure that I am able to see any comments that come in. If you are jumping on live, please say hello. Please let me know how you're doing. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. If you are new, let me know that you're new. If you've been around for a while, I hope that you jump on and say hello as well. I am Angela. I am the founder of AsFreeAsYouSee, and of course, this amazing group that you're in called Healing Trauma for Women. Today's purpose is to talk to you about meditation and to actually talk to you about real things about meditation. There are a ton of misconceptions about meditation, and I feel like it's actually hurting us in our ability to meditate or want to meditate or even attempt to try. So my whole goal for this is to help you just kind of clear, not necessarily about you, but just to clear up some misconceptions about meditation. And then at the end, we are going to do a little guided meditation for anxiety. I decided to do anxiety, number one, because there was something that came up this morning, but also I feel like there's a lot of anxiety going on in the energy, and like I feel like super, super hot, and that is not usually normal for me. So I feel like it's a good time to do an anxiety guided meditation so that you can release and feel present in the moment and not concerned about the future. So let's get into it. And again, if you're hopping on, make sure that you say hello, drop in. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're dropping or that you're watching the replay. I am excited to have all of you here. So let's talk about meditation. Meditation is really just a focus, okay? It's just a focus and in the present moment. That's what it is. It does not mean that you have to sit and meditate and focus on your breath and think nothing at all. It's not what it means. Is that beneficial? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Anytime that you are in a position to silence your mind so that you can bring in guidance or just feel present, calm and collected and at peace, of course that's going to be beneficial, of course. The thing is, though, is that we have this misconception that you have to sit on the floor or on a meditation pillow or whatever and force yourself to stop thinking. What happens when you are trying to fight yourself to stop doing something? You do more of it. So I want you to know that number one, meditation is about focus. It's about a focused intention. It's about being present. That's all that it is. So if you struggle with sitting still, then I do not recommend doing a seated meditation until you are very much practiced in the ability to silence your mind without forcing yourself to be still. So in my instance, okay, I used to do this. I used to force myself to sit in the quiet for 5 minutes and fight myself on thinking all the time. And I was like, why isn't this working for me? This is supposed to be working for me. Well, the reality is that I don't know how to sit still. Okay. I have to move. I've gotten way better at it, since I've been pregnant and stuff like that, but I couldn't sit still. So I was just like, all I could think about was, I want to move. I cannot move and think. I have to move and think. Like, this isn't working for me. So what I started to realize is that when I was running, it had the same impact of people that are able to sit in traditional meditation and be still. So you are not required to always do traditional meditation, right? So if you can focus on coloring and be present, and it has the same impact as traditional meditation, then color. If it's the same thing for you for walking, then walk. If you run and it has the same impact, then do that. You are not required to sit in traditional meditation and force yourself to stop thinking. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. It's going to backfire. Okay, so just know that you do not have to sit in traditional meditation to have the same type of impact that traditional meditation has. And if you're on, let me know that you're on. Say hello, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Another thing that I want to share with you about meditation, and this is a common misconception, is that you have to stop thinking. Eventually, that is a goal, right? Eventually, you do feel safe enough that you can stop thinking, that your mind doesn't have to go wild, that you don't, you're silent, right? You learn to silence. Hi, Susan, how are you? So, and that's a common misconception, that you have to do these things. You have to stop thinking. Well, you're not going to stop thinking by forcing yourself to stop thinking. What I want you to do is, if you are in traditional meditation and you are trying to practice, I want you to just see the thoughts, right? Just kind of see it come across and let it go. See it come across and let it go. See it come across and let it go. Because all that's doing is just helping you observe the thought and just letting it go. With practice, number one, your mind begins to understand that it is safe for it to stop thinking. And number two, you feel safe with what you're doing. And number three, eventually you silence your mind. And I mean, literally, your mind is quiet. And this is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because this is where anxiety comes from. This is where some depression comes from. This is where overanalyzing and I think I already said overthinking, but that's all right. We'll say it again. Overthinking. This is where all that stuff comes from, is because we cannot get in control of our mind. Our minds totally run and control us. You can control your mind, and you can do this by being present and getting it silent. But making it silent isn't about forcing yourself to stop thinking. It's about seeing the thoughts and letting them go. Okay. Even still to this day, and I'm not an expert at meditation, I've just picked up some things along the way. But what I have noticed is that I still have thoughts, and what happens is I see them and I just let them go, and then I get quiet for a little bit and it happens again. It's completely okay. It is part of the process. It is part of learning to practice. So if you do want to do traditional meditation, this is what I recommend. You do start with 5 minutes and put on music that is relaxing for you. You can do binaural beats, and you can find those for free on YouTube. You can put meditation music in YouTube and find a ton of meditation music. I imagine that you can do that like in Spotify and stuff like that. I don't normally use Spotify for meditation music, but I imagine that you can do that. And you just practice and focus on your breath and just in and out, in and out. You want to start with doing 3 deep belly breaths so it relaxes you, and we'll actually do this here in a few minutes, but it will relax you and it will help you get focused. You just focus on your breath, and that's it. And when a thought comes in, you just let it go. When a thought comes in, you just let it go. And you do this over and over and over for 5 minutes until you feel like you are comfortable enough to increase it to 7 minutes. I do not recommend that you go from 5 to 10 minutes unless you feel like you can really do that. So if you start at 5 minutes, then increase it to 7, and then increase it to 10. And then you just do this over time. If you really struggle with getting your mind to be quiet and overthinking about whether or not you're doing it the right or wrong way, I recommend guided meditation. I still use guided meditation for about the first 15 minutes of it, and then it quiet them guided part, it stops and then I just hear the music, and then I'm such in a trance state that I don't really overthink whether or not I'm doing it correctly. So I recommend those things so that it will help you practice, so that you can go from beginner to being really comfortable with meditation. But again, meditation is just a focused state. So if you can't sit still, then walk. If you run, if you can't do traditional meditation, then start with other things that help you focus, that aren't about making you sit still. And it will happen over time. It will happen naturally, because what will happen is that you will learn how to quiet your mind while you're doing something, and then you'll feel more comfortable quieting your mind while you are actually sitting still. It does take some practice. Everything that I tell you on here, it takes practice. And it's just one of those things. Everything that we do that is about changing our behavior, getting in control of our minds, changing things, it is all about a practice. And practice just means some days will be really good and some days will really suck. And that's completely okay. It is all part of the process. So I do want to do a guided meditation on anxiety. Before I get to that, do we have any questions about meditation, guided meditation, or anything of the like? And I'll just give that a second. I know that there's a delay. If you're on, say hello. If you have any questions, let me know you have questions. If you're watching the replay, you can also let me know that you're watching the replay. You can also ask questions while you're watching the replay. I will get on and talk about them. So if there isn't anything, let's do a little guided meditation. This will only be a few minutes long. It is to help you release anxiety, to help you get present, to help you stop overthinking. You can do it wherever you're at, unless you're driving. Okay, if you're driving, please don't do the guided meditation. I hate that I have to say that, but I feel like I do. If you're operating heavy equipment, please do not listen to the meditation during that time. I know some people listen to it at work, which is cool because it's kind of like a transmission, and transmission is just like a journey. But we are really going to focus on releasing anxiety right now. So if we don't have any questions, let's go ahead and get started. Wherever you're at, whether you're lying down or you're sitting, just close your eyes. Make sure you're in a comfortable and safe environment. And if you don't have any of those, that's okay. You can catch the replay. So let's go ahead and get started. Just close your eyes. Get really comfortable. Just get really focused and just listen to the guidance of my voice. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. Remember that meditation is not about forcing yourself to not have thoughts. It's just about being. Go ahead and take a deep breath from your belly. So you're going to go in through your nose. Hold it as long as you can and let it out. Good. Feeling yourself sink. Feeling yourself start to relax. Start to feel at ease. Good. Take another deep breath in. And let it out. Feeling your shoulders drop. Feeling your heartbeat start to slow. Feeling more relaxed, more present, more calm, more content, more at peace. Good. Now take another deep breath in. And let it out. Good. Feeling more relaxed, more content, and more at peace. You allow yourself to feel relaxed in this moment. You know that you are safe and protected here. If you start to hear any outside noises, like dogs, cars, planes, children, just know that it's okay. that they cannot mess up your meditation or your relaxed state. Hearing them just allows you to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. Good. I want you to start with a body tension exam. You're going to start from your crown, which is at the top of your head, and see if there's any tension there. And if there's any tension there, that's okay. You're letting it know that you see it and you hear it. And you just release it. Good. Drop down all the way to the jaw. Feel if there's any tension there. And that's okay if there is. You see it and hear it. And it's releasing. Good. Drop it down into your chest now. You might feel tension, tightness. You might even feel like your heartbeat is beating out of your chest. And that's okay. You see it and hear it. And as you release the tightness and the tension, your heartbeat slows more. Good. Let it release. Try not to fight the release. Good. Now drop it down into your stomach. If you feel any tension there, any ickiness, you're going to see it and hear it and let it release. Good. Now drop into your hips. Notice any tension, any pain, any stiffness. You're going to see it and hear it and let it go. Good. Drop into your thighs. Any tension, any tightness, any aches, pains. You're going to see it, going to hear it, and let the tension go. Good. Drop all the way down to your toes. Any tension, you're going to see it and hear it and let it go. And any other tension, tightness, stiffness, aches, pains that might still be there, you're going to let it go through your feet and let it wash into the earth. Just let it release. Just let it all go. Good, good. Now you're feeling more calm, more relaxed, more at peace. And as you sink deeper and deeper into relaxation, you can feel this white energy entering from your feet. And you're not scared of it. You welcome it. You're familiar with it. And it feels so good as it's running up to the crown all the way through your body. You embrace any sensations that are coming through. You know that you're safe and this energy cannot harm you. And you just let it integrate with every fiber of your being. Good. Now what I want you to do, if you have any thoughts that are running in your mind, any stress, any anxiety, any powerlessness feeling, hopelessness, anything that is unserving and heavy in your mind, I want you to collect it into a ball. Just collect it. And I want you to drop it down into the throat, collecting anything that is unserving, collecting anything that is considered negative. Just collect it. Drop it down into your chest. And again, just collect anything that's unserving, that's feeling negative. Feel the way your chest feels, that tightness. And it's okay because the ball is going to release it all. Good. Drop it into your stomach now. Still collecting anything that's unserving. Still collecting anything that is considered negative. And just let it sit there in your stomach. You might feel like there's a pit in your stomach, and that's okay. It's completely normal. Embrace any sensations that are coming through. You can feel the release of your tightness in your chest now. Good. And drop that ball into your hips, collecting anything that is negative and unserving. Doesn't matter how big it's getting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Just continue to collect. Good. Now drop that ball all the way down to your feet. And again, collecting anything that's left that's unserving. Anything that you consider negative, let it jumble up in that ball. Good, good. Now let the ball release outside of you to your toes. And just watch it release outside of your body. And you just see that ball getting further and further and further away from you. Further and further and further. That ball is just drifting off. And as it drifts off, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Now you're feeling so peaceful, so content, so present, focused, and in the moment. You know that the past is no longer here. You know that the future will be there. The here and the now is the moment that matters. And you carry this with you throughout the day. And any time you might feel a panic or tightness in your chest, you allow yourself to release it, let it go, and stay present in the moment. And you're able to release it and let it go easily and effortlessly. Good. Now I want you to start wiggling your fingers and your toes, anchoring back into your physical body, coming in, and slowly opening your eyes and coming back into the room. All right, ladies, that is what I have for you today. I hope that helps with your anxiety. I'm open to any feedback on how that helps you. If it does help you, if it doesn't, that's cool too. Any type of feedback is, of course, helpful for me. I do open it. I do welcome it. If you have any questions about any meditations or anything like that, please feel free to ask. Do know that I still have spaces one-to-one available for you to work with me. If you want to do that, you can message me or you can say yes on here. Also, if you are watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. Ask any questions. Do any of the above, whatever you want to do. That is what I have for you today on this beautiful Friday. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.